Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. It's been quite a while since I unboxed this Samsung Jet 90 Pro cordless vacuum with the optional clean station, so I thought it was high time I actually did a demonstration of it. So in this video I'm going to test it on carpets and hard floors. I'll see how well it picks up pet hair. I'm also going to test the spinning hard floor nozzle that you get with this machine and show you what this clean station is. It's rather an unusual concept, and one of the main reasons I decided to buy this machine. I think at the time I bought it, the clean station was a free gift, but you can buy it as a separate option if you have a similar Samsung. If you want to avoid messy emptying, then the clean station could be for you. So we'll see what this does. I'll show you in action during the course of my demonstration. Without any further ado, I'll do a very brief overview of what you get in the box, and then we'll put some dirt down and get cleaning. As well as the charging stand, here's everything you get in the box. Obviously the cleaner itself, and you get a detachable battery, so you can buy spare batteries if you want to. The telescoping extension wand, combination nozzle with dusting brush and upholstery attachment. Then you've got this flexible tool, the turbo action brush for carpets and hard floors, a mini motorized tool, that's for your pet bedding, your upholstered furniture inside the car, stair carpeting, etc. A flexible crevice tool that extends to give you a lot of extra reach for those biscuit crumbs down the sides of your sofas, reaching up high for the cobwebs, cleaning inside the car. You also get the spinning sweeper, which is for hard floors only, and with the sweeper you get these reusable pads and also some one-use disposable wet pads as well. This little hook enables you to fix this to the wall, and it just secures the charging base to the wall. Although I've not had to use this, the charging base is pretty heavy, it's pretty sturdy, so I can't see any reason why you'd need to anchor it to the wall. And basically I just like to have it freestanding, so you can just carry it around, move it around from room to room, put it wherever you want. You don't have to store the machine on the charging base if you've nowhere to put it. You can of course just put this in a cupboard or in its separate components, a large drawer. Although saying that, to charge the cleaner you do need to have it on the charging stand, but you can charge the battery with it in the machine, and the machine actually sitting in the cradle. But the battery will also charge. There's a little port at the back and you can actually slot the battery in. Let's see which way it goes. That way. So the battery is now charging, so that's useful if you've got two batteries. You can have one charging at the base of the unit and one in the machine, so you've always got batteries fully charged. You can just swap them over, but the battery is optional on this. I only got one battery with this machine. I'll just pop the battery back in the cleaner. It simply slides in here just under the handle. Make sure it clicks. And now, using the machine, Samsung are quoting up to 60 minutes runtime, but that 60 minutes is when using the cleaner on minimum power with a non-powered accessory. So for example, I could clean for around an hour on minimum using the combination tool. If you want to clean on maximum using this machine with a non-powered tool, that's only going to give you 6 minutes runtime. So from 60 to 6 minutes is quite a difference. When cleaning carpets and hard floors using the turbo action brush, you can get 9 minutes of cleaning on maximum and around 20 minutes on the mid or medium setting. And I found when I've used this machine, the medium setting was more than adequate. So 20 minutes of cleaning is enough to whip around the house. But obviously if you have a spare battery, you can increase the 20 minutes to 40 and the 60 minutes to 120 just by swapping out the battery. So cordless cleaners still have a long way to go. They've come a long way since my first Black & Decker dustbuster in the 80s. Cordless cleaners have come ahead leaps and bounds. They do a fantastic job. Not all of them, but most of them do a pretty reasonable job for what they are. But being cordless, you're always worried about the battery running down. So having a swappable battery and a spare one, That's always handy, especially if you've got a larger home. I'll just mention the dirt bin on the machine. This isn't the dirt bin you get supplied with this cleaner. This is the dirt bin that comes supplied. When you buy the clean station, or if it was included in your package, you'll get a different dirt bin, which is this one. And this works differently because when you connect this dirt bin to the clean station, it will automatically empty out into the machine. It sucks all the dirt out and helps to keep the filter clean as well. But I'll show you that in action later on in the video. But I think first I need to test this machine on dog hair. So I'm going to brush my dog Daisy. We'll get some hair on this carpet. I'll use the main turbo action brush, and then we'll see how effective the mini motorized tool is at picking up pet hair as well. I'm going to measure the sealed suction power of this Samsung on minimum, medium and maximum suction modes. On minimum, the gauge peaked at 24, on the medium setting 42, and an incredible 120 on maximum. If the cleaner detects a restriction to the airflow, the motor will pulsate and then turn off. A warning light illuminates on the control panel. I've managed to harvest all this hair from Daisy, who still has some hair left. Don't worry, she's not bald. Trying to rub it into the carpet as much as I can. So I'm going to test the cleaner on its mid or medium setting for this. We'll see how well it does. I don't think it'll coat very well on low on a carpet with pet hair, so medium I think. And if it doesn't pick up everything on medium, I will have to switch to the maximum setting. So I'm just going to go forward and back through one part of this dog hair. And then I'm going to test the mini motorized tool as well on another part. Okay, without any further ado, let's see how well this Samsung can deal with Daisy's hair. After 2 passes, that isn't bad at all. Seems to have whisked up all of the hair on the medium setting. I'm going to try it on minimum as well, on the hair here. But first I'm going to try out the small accessory, the small motorized tool. I'm going to attach the mini motorized tool directly to the cleaner. You can of course use this on the end of the wand as well, but this is best used for your above floor jobs, for your stairs, upholstery and car interior, etc. But if you want to use it with the wand, you can. And again, I'm going to use it on the medium or mid setting, which is the default setting when you first turn on this Samsung cleaner. Well, it seemed to be doing quite well on the forward part, but as soon as I pulled it back, with this particular carpet, the head lifted up at the front, so it wasn't doing its job. And you can see this hair stuck on the underside. There is quite a large velour strip that does help with the pet hair in combination with these rotating blades. They're not brushes on this, they're more like little blades. So yeah, not so good. I'll give it one more go. It's the fact that the nozzle tips up. As you can see, when you pull it back, it just lifts the brushes completely clear of the carpet, so you have to try and sort of angle the machine to keep it in contact with the carpet. So not so successful for pet hair on a carpet. It might be better on upholstery. So I'll pop some of the pet hair on the footstool behind me and we'll try the nozzle again. Sorry Daisy, I need a little bit more hair for this demonstration. I'm sure you've got lots more. She is molting quite a bit. We're in summer nearly, so a lot of dog and cat owners will be aware that there seems to be more hair about the house. I think that'll do. Thank you very much. There we go. Off you go, off you pop. I'll give you a treat in a minute. Oh, you do like the limelight. Come on. There we are. So we'll have one last try of the mini motorised tool. Pet hair on this velour footstool. And then I'm going to clean up the rest of Daisy's hair using the main carpet and hard floor nozzle. Well, the mini motorised tool did struggle rather, as you saw. I had to go over several times to remove the hair, and we've got just a bit of hair still stuck on the underside of the nozzle. If I was to continue to use it, that probably would end up inside the dirt bin. And there is some bits wrapped around actually as well. Even though this doesn't have brushes, it has blades, but you would have to keep this clean by picking off the hair from time to time. So yeah, not so impressed actually with the mini motorised tool, but the larger nozzles seem to do pretty well. So I'm going to clean up the rest of the hair on the carpet, empty it into the clean station, and then I'll put down some general dirt on the carpet and we'll see how well the Samsung can pick it up. Well, as you can see, all of Daisy's hair is now inside the dirt bin of this Samsung cordless vacuum. So I'm going to have to empty this before I do the next part of the demo, and I'll show you how I'm emptying it using the clean station just in a minute. But first, just have a quick look at the underside of the brush. So it's not an anti-hair wrap design, so you can see there is a bit of hair. There was a lot of hair to start with, so it hasn't done that bad. But you will from time to time need to remove hair from this brush, but the brush does slide out quite easily. You've got a little button on the top just here, you can press that, and as you can see the brush comes out for cleaning. So actually, before I start the next part of the demo, I'll just pick off the rest of the hair, and that can be included with all the other dirt that I'm about to put down on my living room carpet. And then we'll slide it back in. Let's make sure it's clicked in place. There we are. And now it's time to empty all of Daisy's hair into the clean station. So with a normal cordless cleaner, you'd have a button and the hair would hopefully fall out. But often, certainly with pet hair, it does tend to wrap around the central shroud of cordless machines, and you're having to put your hands in to remove it. So let's see, by removing the dirt bin, we'll see if all the hair is removed into the clean station without me having to go in there manually and pick out any of the dirt. The clean station uses disposable dust bags, which is a bit of an odd concept for a bagless vacuum cleaner. Most people want a bagless vacuum because they don't want to have to buy bags, but if you buy the clean station, or it comes with your Samsung, you will have to buy bags to dispose of the dirt that your cordless bagless machine picks up. I'm not going to put a new bag in this. This does have some dirt in it. I don't want to waste a bag because I think they are fairly expensive. So the principle of this, you open the top of the bin, and once the dirt bin is removed from the cleaner, you simply place it in the hole here and just leave it. It'll have an automatic cycle. It'll go for a few seconds or so, and when it turns off, hopefully all of Daisy's hair will be removed. Let's just check the filter. There's a little bit of light dust on that, not too much yet. But the beauty of this system is it not only sucks out the dirt from the bin, it will also help to suck some of the dirt off the filter. You can see that's a multiple cyclone machine. So in it goes. Press it down. And when the clean station stops, you simply remove the dirt container. And yeah, it's done a fairly good job, but there's still a bit of hair in here, which is surprising. Just been left just at the bottom seal. You can actually remove the central shroud from this cleaner. There's a little padlock symbol, locked and unlocked, so you can take it out for an occasional thorough clean. And it's left some dust in there as well. The filter more or less looks how it did. So yeah, it's, as I said when I first bought this, it's an unusual concept. It might appeal to you, especially if you live in an apartment or a flat and you don't have easy access to an outside bin, because a lot of people don't want to empty their bagless machine in the kitchen bin. It's best to take it to an outside bin, such as your dustbin. So I think for people like that, if you don't want to have the trouble of going down several flights of stairs to empty your bagless machine, to have this in the corner of your kitchen and only having to replace the dust bag from time to time might be something you're interested in, but some of you might think it's a bit gimmicky. Anyway, I've emptied the bin, got most of the hair out. It's time to put some more dirt down on this carpet. We'll try and pick it up with a Samsung, and then we'll pop over into the kitchen and see how well it performs on a hard floor. I've put down a fair amount of dirt on this carpet, so we've got some black rice, red lentils, there's some more pet hair, there's also some blue neon sand, and just some general dust. This was emptied out of another vacuum cleaner, just to give this Samsung a decent test. So again, I'm going to use it on the medium or mid power setting. Initially, this section here I'll do on the medium, and then just to see if there's any difference, I'm going to do this part on maximum. Well, in this case, less is more, because using the mid power setting, the Samsung's done a better job. When I switched to maximum, there was too much suction for this particular pile of carpet, and the brush roll cut out. So a lot of the dirt was being picked up with suction only. So although, you know, it's not done bad, there is still surface litter. I can still see some of the sand as well. So for my carpet, this particular carpet anyway, I think the medium power setting is more than adequate. Well, as you can see, I've gone way over the max fill line with this Samsung. Look at that, that is packed, but it's still picked up to the bitter end. You can have a look at the filter, and that's not bad. There's a bit more fine dust on the filter, but this multi-cyclonic system seems to work quite well in this machine. So it's kept the filter relatively clean, even though I've picked up a load of dirt, far more dirt than you should be picking up in one go with a cordless cleaner. So it's time to empty this once again into the clean station, and then it's over into the kitchen to see how well this Samsung cleans hard floors. I've had a bit of a frantic baking session, and most of it ended up on the floor rather than the bowl. So I'm going to have to hopefully clean all this up with the Samsung. So on this kitchen floor, we've got some flour, we've got some purple sand, some red lentils, some rolled oats, and some black and white rice. So I'm going to attempt to clean up some of this on the minimum power setting, because on a hard floor you shouldn't need quite so much suction as you do cleaning up pet hair from a carpet. So I'll see how it copes on minimum, and if it doesn't cope very well, obviously I'll have to boost to the medium power level. That is more or less a complete clean sweep, even on minimum power. So I think I'll be able to clean up the rest of this mess using the Samsung just on minimum setting, which means I'll get the maximum runtime on a hard floor. Even on the minimum setting, this Samsung managed to pick up everything for my kitchen floor, although there were a few bits that I had to get the crevice tool out for. But all in all, pretty impressive. Again, it's all been trapped inside the dirt bin, which I'm going to empty, and then I'm going to tackle a couple of sticky messes on this floor, because although all the dry debris has been removed, there are still a few grubby marks, so I need to try out the wet cleaning head. When using the spinning sweeper attachment, the suction motor of the Samsung Jet doesn't turn on. So basically all we're getting is a rotary action, and you can use it dry or with these disposable wet pads. So in dry mode, it could be used for lightly polishing, say, a hardwood floor, and using the disposable cloths, you can clean lino and stone tiles, etc. This is no way going to give you a deep clean, but it might be okay for day-to-day use. as I said, I've got a few sticky marks on this floor. I'm not sure where they came from, so I'm going to attempt to clean them up using this machine. If you're using the dry pads, you put them directly onto the cleaner head like so, and these come off, they attach with Velcro, and they can be washed in the washing machine. When using the wet cloths, you need to pop these bits on first. So that's one pad, two pads, and make sure they are centrally located. And then we can take out, I think I've used a couple of these. Hopefully they're still, yes, I've had these hanging around for a long time and they are still moist. So then we can place these onto the pads, and you must use these white pads in conjunction with the disposable wet cloths. So now when I switch on the Samsung, we're going to get a spinning, sweeping action, and hopefully we might get rid of some of these sticky marks. This spinning sweeper head has done a better job than I thought. The floor certainly feels clean, and it did get rid of the sticky marks, although it took several passes to remove them completely. Let's take the head off the wand and have a look. Not bad. This floor wasn't very dirty, but look, it's trapped the dirt on these pads, and you can just remove those and dispose of them. I suppose at a push you could reverse them and use the other side, but you'd have to do that more or less straight away because these will dry out. They're still quite moist and it's a nice subtle fragrance, but that's not bad at all. I wouldn't recommend this if you've got really dirty floors. You're going to need a dedicated floor washer, something with a bit more oomph. But for day-to-day cleaning, it's done a good job, and also for laminate floors that you can't put too much water down, I think it would be quite good for that. Although don't forget, we've got to factor in the cost of these disposable wet cloths, but I'm sure if you check on Amazon there's probably some copy spares available at a cheaper price point, maybe a multi-pack with some wet cloths and some washable dry ones. But even with the dry ones, I suppose you could moisten those with solution or spray on some floor cleaner first, and then you can rub it in using the washable microfiber type cloths. But all in all, for what it is, it's done a pretty good job. All the dirt I've picked up during the course of this demonstration is now inside the Samsung Clean Station, so I think the bag will be ready for replacement because it wasn't empty when I started. So let's open up the front cover, like so, and then the bag is located inside here. And you just press down here and then pull it out, and it should seal itself more or less. That is, yeah, that is a full dust bag. That is very heavy. It's about the weight of a bag of sugar. Nearly a kilogram, I think, in weight. Kilogram of dirt inside the bag. So that, if you want clean emptying, if you want clean dirt disposal, then, although it's an unusual idea, this clean station might be for you. There is a filter at the bottom as well, which you can clean from time to time. But yeah, there's a tiny bit of dirt managed to find its way onto the filter, but that's hardly anything. And there is a HEPA exhaust filter as well at the back. So all in all, yes, it is an unusual concept to empty a bagless vacuum cleaner into a bagged clean station, but you know, it works. Just going to pop the bag back. So pretend this is a new bag. And some robotic cleaners that have automatic emptying, some of those also empty into a dust bag. Some of them are also bagless, but quite a few use dust bags. So when choosing this machine, you've got to factor in the cost of bags for the clean station and of course the wet pads for the spinning sweeper brush. All in all, I'm pretty impressed with this Samsung Jet 90 Pro cordless cleaner. It seemed to do a good job on carpets and hard floors. The spinning sweeper accessory was also pretty good for floors that aren't too dirty. I think it will be very good on laminate floor that you can't wet clean. The only disappointment really is the mini motorized tool on pet hair. I do like the clean station. It's an odd idea, but it did make dirt disposal very quick and very clean. If you want this machine, you'll find it heavily discounted because it is an older model. Samsung have newer machines available, including the Bespoke range, which is their top of the line, which incorporates a clean station and the charging stand in one unit. So you've just got to store away one unit, you don't have two separate items. That might be worth a look, but as it's a newer version, it will cost more. So if you're not bothered about the clean station, you can get this at a pretty attractive price. If I find any links on Amazon, I'll put them below the video and you can check out current pricing. If you have any comments or questions about this Samsung cleaner, please comment below and I'll see you all very soon for the next video. Thanks for watching and bye for now.